here comes those three cars, and again, the number 35, that is the car that right now in the middle of those two is actually Preston Calvert.
I finished a career in medicine about 5 years ago, and I had always wanted to drive race cars and drive high-performance cars, and I decided to learn how to do that. So I did a Skip Barber high-performance driving course, and then took their 3-day race course and was hooked, and started driving in Skip Barber racing, and had a lot of fun with that. Went from being one of the slower guys to being mid-pack towards the front, and then I ended up deciding that I wanted to race a higher horsepower car. So I found my racing partner, Joe Aquilani, who is a very well-known manufacturer of SCCA club racing cars, especially Corvettes and Mustangs, and bought a Corvette from him, and ended up racing in SCCA T1 and then later in SCCA T2 in a Mustang, and have had some success in club racing, and gone on from there. Just ended up going pro racing with Joe and his son and Kurt Resitano last year, and here we are this year in Pirelli World Challenge.
And believe me, as soon as that number 37 of Resitano gets close, he'll let him through, obviously.
There we see Preston make the move to get out of the way and allow Kurt through, so he can try and chase down Andrew for maybe that second spot on the podium. But the Mustangs, what a day, 1 through 4, just dominant.
The Mustang is a great car for somebody like me to drive, to improve their car control skills, to learn how to drive a heavier car with high horsepower. It responds well to being pitched into turns, and you have to drive it with a lot of slip angle in the car, if people know what that means. The Porsche is a totally different driving experience. It can be driven in a similar way, but you drive it best when you drive it in a more controlled way, and try to be smooth and drive on the limit but smooth. Different driving styles. I enjoy both of them. My favorite aspect is the camaraderie and friendliness in the paddock, the competitiveness of the competitors, but the friendliness of the staff and the administration of Pirelli World Challenge, and the highly organized nature of it. It's a very welcoming environment for racers, and I've had nothing but positive experiences with it. We love having the fans come to our paddock. One of our favorite things to do is to have people bring their kids. We love to have them come with a child. We put them in the race car, let them get a sense of what it might feel like to be a race car driver. That's the future of this sport, is to get parents and their children interested in the sport, and hopefully their kids will grow up and want to do what we do. I would really like to thank Ford Performance and Porsche Motorsports North America for their help and support. I have to thank Joe Aquilani and Phoenix Performance for all of the support they've given me getting started and advancing in racing. And I want to thank Kurt Resitano and Andrew Aquilani for all of their help as co-drivers, and my driver coach, Andrew Davis, who is a fantastic driver and an even better driver coach. And last but not least, the most important person in my life is my wife, and she supports this, and without this I wouldn't have any chance of doing it, so I really appreciate it.